Hello everyone, welcome back to another session on my channel. So I started a new playlist called the algorithms. So all the industry grade algorithms and methods I'll be posting in that playlist. So we'll start our first algorithm today, and this algorithm is called as two number sum. Let me just zoom. Okay, it's called two number sum. Means what does this two numbers now sum actually means is, suppose there is an array of few numbers. Let us say -4, 2, -1, 9, 5, 3. Okay, and one possible target, the total. Suppose in this case, let me say the total be 11. So the if you add two numbers from that particular array, you must get the target as 11. That is our aim. So if you see this array, the possible combination is 2 comma 9 or 9 comma 2. So how can we do this? This particular problem is called as a two number sum. Okay, if you one way is by using the traditional method, which is using two for loops for I, and another method will be for j, and we will coerce on the total array. For example, how I can do is, first I'll take I equal to -4, the first element in the array, and then I'll run j for all the other numbers. For example, j is equal to 2 comma -1 comma and so on up till 3, and then if I add I plus j, I must get 11. This is one way of doing it. So we know that -4 is not exactly the answer, so I will come to uh, 2, and then it will coerce from minus, and j value will coerce from -1,953. So once it comes to 9, 2 comma 9, so we got our so-called sum. We get the answer is 11. The program has to stop. This is one traditional way. So before I go to the next method or next way of solving this kind of a problem, I'll just write down this piece of code. See, everyone's have an assumption like algorithm is easy to understand. You can simply say that you can run two for loops, one I value, j value, and if the total is true, then you can print it out. But everyone problem is that how to write a program. So let us see how to write a program. So first we'll take the array. I'll just copy this array, and even I want the target, so I'll copy both. So this is my array and this is my target. So how can I do this? As I told you, I have to run two for loops. So my for loop, from where it has to start, from the very starting digit it has to start, means from 0. So I'll say 0 comma till where, till the ending or ending but one number, means till 5. If I run, it is okay, or else I have to run till the ending number. Okay, so I'll simply say the length of array minus 1. So as you know that the length of array is 6, 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay, so my length of array minus 1 value is 5. When my length of array minus 1 value is 5, and you know that range function will basically not include the ending value, so my ending value will be 4. So 0 1, if you see here, 0 1 2 3 4, my value of I will start from -4 and it will end till 5. If you are not familiar with how a for loop runs, I am attaching a link here in the description and also in the video. You can see a full video or detailed video on how a for loop works and how the debugging in for loop happens. So now we'll go to the second one, which is my j value, and my j value has to start from the next letter of I. So I'll say I plus 1. It has to start from the next letter of I. For example, if I is -4 in this case, it has to start from 2 and it has to end at the last digit of the array. So I'll simply say length of array. So now let us say how my first and second values are considering. So I'll say simply my first value will be the array of I. Okay, in a simpler way, I'll make my first value as array of I and my second, second value as array of J. So automatically my I is starting from 0 and my J is starting from 1. So now if my first and second added together is equal to my target, then I'll simply print. What should I print? I must print my first and second values. I'll simply say first comma second. Okay, so that is the. Now you can see that it got printed 2 comma 9. It's a simple way of how you do with a normal and a natural way. So let us go to the second way. If there are, if the reason why there is a second way or a third way or any number of ways is because of the time complexity. Since we are using two complex, two for loops over here, the time complexity also will be increased. In this case, the time complexity is O of n square. So that's too much. So let us see how it will be done for the second method which I am going to use here. Suppose this is my second method. In this second method, what I'm going to do, I am taking the same array and my target is also the same. So I'll copy this. Done. So what I'm going to do is now, if you're familiar with hash tables, then awesome. If not, there's nothing to worry. So I'm creating a hash table here. What is this hash table is? It's kind of a dictionary in Python, or if you take JavaScript, it's like a JSON file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare a few things over here. For example, so my target is 11 and two numbers should be added. For example, can I say x plus y is equal to 11? This is the equation. So I can rewrite the same equation as y is equal to 11 minus x. So what I'll do is first I'll take the x value as minus 4. Once I have the value of minus 4, I know that I'll check whether my y value is present in the hash table. Now if I do this, 11 minus of minus 4 is equal to 15. So 15, I'll check whether 15 is present in the hash table. No. If it is not present in the hash table, what I'll do is I'll add my x value to the hash table. So what happens is my hash value will be having minus 4 now. Okay. After having minus 4, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take x value as 2. So now x minus 2 is equal to 9. Is 9 present in the hash table? No, 9 is not present in the hash table. So I'll say 2. I'll add the x value 2 to the hash table. So when I come to 9 after minus 1, when I come to 9, since minus 1 also is not there, I'll add minus 1 over here. When I come to 9, you can see there 11 minus 9 is equal to 2. So my y value, which is 2, is present in my hash table. Since y value is present in my hash table, I'll simply print x value, which is 2, and y value, which is 9. This is a simpler way of doing this. So how I'm going to run over the array, I'll simply use a for loop and I'll run over an array. So if you're not familiar, it's okay about if you're not familiar with the hash tables. This is a bit advanced topic, but hash tables are used to reduce the time complexity. In this method, if you can see, I'm using only one for loop. For example, first I'll create a hash table called ht, I run it by mistake. I'll simply say ht. Now simply I'll run a for loop for I in ranging from 0 to the length of the array. Okay, after ranging from 0 to length of the array, what I'm gonna do is, first things first, I'm gonna check my potential target. So this will be my potential target. My potential target, or this is too long, I'll say PT. My potential target is nothing but target minus the x value. In this case, it will be I, or simply I can say array of I. This will be my potential target. If my potential target is in the hash tables, then what I'm gonna do? Then I'll simply print my array, which is array of I, which will be my x value, and my potential target, which is my y value. If it is not present, then I have to add my array of I value, which will be my x value, inside the ht. I'll just make it true so that it will get added. So there is an error in this particular line. Okay. Yep. Okay. So now you can see that 9 comma 2 is my output. In a simpler way, if you see this program and you compare to this program, the number of lines are reduced, and there is only one. If you see the um, time complexity, it's O of n, and the space complexity is O of 1. No, it's O of n because I am using another space here. Small program but the same output. If there are more number of items in the array, then you can simply use this particular method. Okay, so there is another method for reducing the time complexity and also the space complexity. Okay, for the first method, the space complexity is -1. Let me, if you see here, for this particular method, the time complexity is O of n square and the space complexity is O of n. Because there is only one array, I'm not using anything, I'm not using a dictionary as I'm using in the hash table. Okay. Here the time complexity is O of n and the space complexity is also O of n because I am creating another hash table or dictionary to save the values. So let us try some other method where there is no requirement of using another array or a dictionary or a hash table and not using two for loops. So is it possible that way? Without using a for loop, how can you actually run run the values over the array? That is the first question which comes into mind. So let us take up. So I have an array. I'll create two variables, simple variables, which will be my left and my right. So what is this left and what is this right? So let me draw some things. Okay. So if you see here, this is my left position and this is my right position. So first thing you have to do is you have to sort your array. Let us see. After I sort the array, what will be my value? After sorting the array, first one will be -4, then -1, 2 comma 3 comma 9. This will be my sorted array. I think I missed 5, 5 comma 9. So this will be my sorted array. After sorting the array, I'll take up two values, which will be this will be my L value and this will be my R value. So first things first, what I'll do is L plus R. If L plus R is equal to target, then we got our L and R values. We'll just print our L and R values. If not, if L plus R is not equal to target, then what is the question? So if L plus R is not equal to target, that means that it should be less than or greater than target. So if L plus R is less than the target, so what should we do? In this case, minus 4 plus 9 is equal to 5. So what I'll do is my L value should shift from this variable to this item. So now minus 1 plus 9. So if it is minus 1 plus 9, it's again 8. So I'll again shift. So I got 2 plus 9. So obviously my answer is 11. My target is achieved, I'll print. Suppose in any other situation, if you have L plus R is greater than target, then what you have to do is you have to simply shift your right array. So my right position is 9 here, it has to shift to 5, then it has to shift to 3, like that. If it is less than, shift your left position. If it is greater than, shift your right position. Let us simply see it in how a code works with this particular pattern and this particular method. So I'll take up my array and my target. So first things first, I have to sort my array. So my array has been sorted. After sorting the array, the next thing I have to do is take up my left value, which is equal to 0 since I'm starting, and my right value, which will be length of the array since it is the last value. So next thing what I have to do, since I've sorted my array, my left value will be always less than my right value. So I'll simply write a while loop telling that when left is less than right, only when this condition is true. Because if this condition is not true, then automatically it is not valid. It's not a valid condition, and even our target is also not valid. So if that is the case, what will happen? So first things first, if left is less than right, then what we have to do? If left is less than right, first thing is we have to check if left plus right is equal to target. If it is equal, okay, just a minute. Nope, not left plus right is equal to target. Array of left plus array of right, because left and right in this case are the index, not the values, are equal to target, then I'll simply print my array of left comma array of right. So if not, if this is not the case, then array of left plus array of right is less than target, then what I have to do? I have to increase my left position to another one. After that, next elif array of left plus array of right is greater than target, then I have to reduce my right value by 1. That's all. Almost we have sorted out all the conditions, everything is true. If once it is true, since it's a while loop, I need to break the loop. I'll break the loop and run the program. So one mistake, list index out of range. Why? The length of the array, okay, the length of the array minus 1, now it will be correct. 2 comma 9. So these are the three ways how you can basically add two numbers in an array to find the target. So what I want you people to do is try to run a program to add three number sum. You take an array, you take a target, assuming that three numbers if you add, you must get some target. Is for suppose in this case, for example, if I take 2 plus 9 plus 3, then it is 14. How do you actually bring 14? Assuming that there is no 5 here, how do you get 14? Comment your answers in the comment section. Comment your code. Let us see how many different methods we can find. Okay. Thank you all very much. We'll see you up in the next session. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.